I'm proud of them because, first of all, they understood. And secondly, they acted on their understanding. A lot of people understand and won't do anything based on their understanding. They understood what we were about, and they acted on us. And that's, that can be pretty rare. So I'm absolutely proud of what they did. I didn't expect them to do exactly what they did. I knew that they were going to do something, and actually they seriously exceeded my expectations. What they did was a tremendous thing. It's something that's going to live forever. It's something that's going to live forever.
Welcome back to Sport in Society. When Tommie Smith and John Carlos were in Boston to be inducted into the True Heroes of Sport Hall of Fame, they were in the city at a very interesting time. It was during the inauguration of Barack Obama. During an interview with Smith and Carlos, we touch on that subject and many others, including the stand they took in 1968. Was there ever a moment when you're like, you know what, it's not worth it?
Oh no, when they called off the boycott, it was time to sit back and reflect. And what you reflect on is what was the essence of the boycott, and now the boycott is called off. What's the right thing I should do? Should I stay home as a result of my emotions and feelings as to why I felt the boycott was necessary, or should I go? And I felt that it was imperative that I go because I felt like America was on the top of the heap, so to speak, in the world of track and field. Someone else from America would have taken my place in the Olympic Games and very possibly would have made it to the victory stand. I had to be concerned about whether they was going to represent John Carlos the way he wanted to be represented. So it was imperative that I made the Olympic team.
It was said about a few moments ago by Dr. Carlos that it was an individual move once the athletes decided that no, we're not going to boycott, but each athlete would represent themselves according to how they felt about a country that did not represent them. This is how the individual thought. And John Carlos and I had gone to school together. We had talked similar situations about the need of us showing what is needed by young black people. But first, we had to secure a platform to do it. This is why the platform in Mexico City.
Why do it? There were death threats. You knew there was going to be repercussions for both of you. You knew there was a lot that you were risking in order to do this. The
rites of passage did not come through non-sacrifice. If you decide to do nothing, then you deliberately choose an avenue of self-destruction. The Olympic Project for Human Rights was not just for Tommie Smith. It was for all who believed in the security of a future, which is freedom. And I view the victory stand for Tommie Smith a cry for freedom.
How can sports make everyone else aware and push forward what needs to be done?
Well, when you sit back and you think about religion, you say, what did they use as a beacon for religion? Church. Everyone looked forward to going to church. Mm-hmm. So in terms of saying, here it is, what the president stated yesterday, freedom and justice for all, equality for all people. That's exactly what we was anticipating, bringing to the attention of those in society who have lost their conscience. Many individuals have lost their conscience in terms of saying that, hey, I have somewhat of a freedom, but I'm more concerned about the fact that Mr. Smith here doesn't have this same freedom. So we was more concerned about having freedom and justice and equality for all people. And certain individuals through sports has to step up to the plate because we're that beacon. We're like that church to bring this to the masses of the people. We had to go beyond the physical aspect of being the best shooter or the fastest runner or the greatest swimmer.
Sport in society is very important to me because sport is a society within the society, within the whole society. Everything you see, I mean literally everything you see in this society called United States, you see in sports. The ignorance, the stupidity, and everything in between. This is why Mexico City was a testament to the need to continue survival, because there's so many different thoughts. Like John Carlos, Tommie Smith has difference in opinion about different things. The goodness, the maximum positivity there is we listen for new ideas. Therefore, we're going directly, like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, going down the line. We were both going in the right direction, only on different parallels. And this is what makes our entity very special and very ongoing and proactive.
In a nutshell, what he's saying basically is that God, said, I'm going to put you in various places in your life and time. It's your job to be prepared for when you get there. So we were prepared when we went to Mexico City. It wasn't like we was on the job training. Spiritually, morally, physically, we were prepared. I don't think the average individual could have gone and made that statement. As I alluded to earlier, I made a statement about every man needs to get a chance to look in the mirror and learn about that guy in the mirror. You cannot be prepared if you don't know who you are. And I think for sure Mr. Smith had a very good idea at 24 years old, as well as John Carlos had a very good idea at 23 in terms of who we were and what the challenges were before us. Don't be so stuck on yourself. Get out and meet another culture.
Coming up next, what is the impact of a statement 41 years old and of their words today? A discussion is next on Sport in Society.